Today, I've got 10 things that have revolutionized the pedalboard industry. Today, we're diving into what I believe is probably one of the most innovative pedalboard product lines out there. We're talking about visibility and protection and cable management and power solutions that actually make your pedalboard work for you and not against you. The great thing is that all of these products are under one roof, so you won't have to go searching around to 100 different places to try to find them all. So let me introduce you to RockBoard, a company of musicians for musicians. Most pedalboards are stuck in the past. They rely on Velcro that loses its grip, power supplies that create noise, and setups that make simple adjustments feel like brain surgery. Now, RockBoard is trying to change all of that. You see, many guitarists accept the flaws of traditional pedalboards because things have just always been that way. And, why should we change? But what if it didn't have to be that way anymore? Well, let's break down the most common pedalboard issues and how RockBoard has engineered solutions that change the game. As spoken of before, if you've ever been on a dark stage and hit a pedal and found yourself blinded by a piercing LED light, you'll know that some manufacturers seem to think that brighter is always better, but when it comes to pedal lights, that's rarely the case. Now, RockBoard has designed an LED dimming system that softens overly bright LEDs without affecting the pedal's function at all. These simple, non-invasive dimmers allow you to control brightness levels, making the board far more stage-friendly without resorting to DIY fixes like electrical tape or Sharpies. Now, when it comes to pedal settings, sometimes hours, days, months, even years go into making sure that our meticulously dialed in sound sounds the same from one place to the next. But all it takes is one accidental bump to throw off your entire mix. Add in dust, spills, and foot traffic, and suddenly your high-end pedals are at high risk. Now, RockBoard's Pedal Safe system provides a transparent protective shield over your pedals while allowing full access to the controls. These covers prevent unintentional knob movement, which is synonymous with little kids, dust accumulation, and liquid damage, ensuring that your pedals remain in perfect working order for years to come, and that those meticulously dialed in settings we spoke of earlier stay the same. Now, when it comes to mounting pedals, Velcro has been the industry standard for decades, but it also comes with major flaws. For one, pedals do detach unexpectedly over time. Adhesive residue ruins pedal surfaces as well as your pedal board itself, and removing and repositioning pedals is sometimes a bigger hassle than anything else. Now, RockBoard replaces Velcro with an innovative quick mount system that allows you to snap pedals securely into place without sticky adhesives. Now, this makes swapping out pedals fast, clean, and reliable. Not to mention, if you're also a pedal collector, it's going to help you to save the bottom of your pedals from any damage that might be caused by those same residues. Now, another huge problem is the power supplies. Many pedal boards suffer from power-related noise issues caused by poor grounding, daisy chaining, or even improper voltage distribution. A bad power supply can cause a myriad of problems, including hum, buzz, and tone degradation, especially in high-gain setups. Now, RockBoard offers a variety of isolated power supplies designed to deliver clean, consistent power to your pedals. These multi-output systems also eliminate ground loops and unwanted noise, ensuring that your tone remains pure and interference-free. Now, I personally own the ISO PowerBlock 12 IEC, which is a great alternative unit to having something plugged into the back of the board permanently. It allows me to mount it underneath the board. There's no pedal that it cannot power. It has so many different power options. It's whisper quiet, and with the IEC cable connector, I can plug it in underneath the board into the back of my mod unit, and then I just have a simple plug-in for an IEC cable on the back of the whole pedal board itself, so that I don't have to have a cord continually hanging out the back of it. It's a great solution. You need to check them out. Now, speaking of cable clutter, a cluttered pedal board isn't just visually unappealing. It can also cause signal degradation, accidental disconnections, and unnecessary frustration. Now, messy cables are also harder to troubleshoot if something goes wrong mid-performance. Now, RockBoard has engineered a great solution for this in their lineup of flat patch cables and the Cable Fix system to keep your pedal board organized, reducing signal loss, and making your setup easy to maintain. Now, piggybacking off of the cable issues, there's also many routing issues that you run into when building a large pedal board. Routing multiple instruments, amps, or even effects change through a pedal board can quickly become a logistical nightmare. So running a stereo rig, adding a DI output, or incorporating MIDI, these things get even more complicated. Now, the mod series that RockBoard has created allows you to consolidate all inputs and outputs into a single centralized module, whether you need MIDI pass-throughs, XLR DI outs, or even USB connectivity. The mod units make complex routing setups clean and efficient. Now, if you're anything like me, you want your board to look aesthetic as well, and trying to get your cables to fit your aesthetic choices isn't always easy, especially when the cables that you need actually deter you from routing things the way that you need to. For instance, I needed to utilize a MIDI patch cable to connect the Unity 6 MIDI controller and looper pedal to the Tonex and the X-Bass pedals. However, even though I had bought low-profile MIDI cables, the connectors actually covered up other MIDI ports that were needed to daisy chain. Now, I was actually just about ready to DIY a cable solution when I decided to go back on the RockBoard website, and wouldn't you know it, they already had a solution again: the Flax MIDI cables. Now, the Flax MIDI cables that they offer can fit nearly anywhere, and they have an ingenious harness system that will allow you to bend any direction if needed. Now, if you don't need to bend them, you don't have to utilize this feature at all, and they're still more low profile than anything else on the market. So earlier we talked about protecting your investment with the pedal safe protectors, and RockBoard knows that protection is a huge deal. Now, another awesome solution that they offer for maximum protection is their huge line of pedal bags and flight cases. Now, whether it's children, wannabe guitarists, or the waitress that decides to spill an entire platter of ice-cold drinks on your setup, it only takes a few minutes to ruin what has probably taken you months, if not years, to piece together and dial in. For me personally, the RockBoard flight case is an invaluable upgrade that has made my life a whole lot easier. Now I can take my setup to practice on Saturday mornings, lock it up for Sunday's set, and I don't have to worry about things getting adjusted in between. Now, this has already proved itself time and time again, but I really saw the benefit of this when my rig actually fell out of the back of our SUV. Now, I gasped for a moment and I felt like my heart just leapt into my throat, but upon opening the case, nothing was harmed at all. Now, we've already talked about these meticulously dialed in settings, but it goes without saying that sometimes adjustments do need to be made on the fly. So when the room is darker than 1,000 midnights, you can't necessarily just pull out a mag light or a flashlight on your phone. Now, RockBoard has created an awesome little LED light attachment that attaches on the side of your board, and you can plug it into your power supply. It will look sleek, it will give you all the lighting that you need, and it just looks professional at the end of the day. And likewise, it folds down nicely and neatly on the side of your board so that if you don't need to use it, you don't necessarily have to have it propped up all the time either. So I know we've already talked about the pedal safe pedal protectors and how they can keep dust off the top of your pedals, but there's also some other places that dust can get into that can actually cause another problem. And dust is not only an eyesore, it can actually cause issues in your connections as well. And too much dust can actually create faulty connections, scratchy sounding pots, or even add static to your signal flow. Now, for this problem, RockBoard has created these awesome little dust covers that will fit neatly into your 1/4-inch jack connections, as well as XLR male and female connectors. It's just one more cool extra that they thought of. Now, as a bonus, I just wanted to bring up a few more items from them that I've picked up that have really helped out here in the studio. First up, the ST02 Stage Tuner has been a huge help, allowing talent to plug straight in as soon as they get here without having to worry about fumbling around to find their tuner or dead batteries giving them faulty readings. This thing is very solid, it works beautifully, and it fits into my rack unit here on the desk. Now, secondarily, I have to give some praise to their line of magnetic cable ties. These little things are incredibly strong for their size, and they offer a quick solution to some age-old problems. Now, I've used these to tie up cables, yes, but I also like to use them to route mic cables down the side of a mic stand, or hang up a set of headphones. I mean, you can find a ton of uses for these, and they're super useful around the studio for sure. Now, though it's true that for years guitarists have accepted the limitations of traditional pedal boards, those limitations are a thing of the past. RockBoard's innovative solutions for visibility, mounting, protection, power, and even cable management create a pedalboard system that works with you and not against you. If you'd like to learn more about RockBoard and the products that they offer, I've included links in the description of this video for you to go and check them out. And remember, as always, we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together, we can achieve so much more.